Big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel. In this channeling session, I would be talking about the combined or the mirroring feeling between the divine masculine and the divine feminine. Because here you can see that the divine feminine is mirroring, or whatever she's doing, it's being mirrored by him, because it's a similar feeling of unable to let go, afraid to let go. So what's happening is that in different places, in different timelines, both of them are actually echoing exactly the same words. So first, let's look at divine feminines, and then we will see what the divine masculine is mirroring. So she says, or she's talking to herself, you can say, or she's talking to the universe, to the source. Most of the conversations that divine feminine is having during the awakening, the important conversations, the conversations that change her life or, give her something extra, they are done with the source. She says that I'm afraid to let go of the divine masculine, DM. Now, you can replace it with whatever name. And she's saying, why am I scared to let go? Because she's been hearing this, or she's been told, or she's been getting these messages that let it go, surrender, surrender, surrender to the universe. Don't think about him, don't talk about him, don't message him, don't, do anything, don't have anything to do with him. And then she thinks that, then don't I love him? And doesn't it mean that when you love someone and the other person is not adequate, or the other person is not understanding your point, you should convince them, you should try your best. Everyone says that you should give your best in any relationship, only then the relationship works out. So what wrong am I doing? Okay, and then for some of them, it is not about the communication that they are doing, rather, or the one-sided communication they're doing, rather, it's about letting them go energetically, surrendering energetically. So they are not able to let go of the thoughts or the, memories or future plans or whatever. Now you have to be real smart, because as I keep saying this, one of the things that I keep saying, that you are on planet Earth. This is a place for ascension, because this is a place for duality. Therefore, you have to be very smart. You have to be mindful. At the same time, you have to be a little carefree. You have to let go. Letting go means that you are living in awareness, thinking and believing, and obviously knowing that the Supreme Being is the actual doer, and He will take care of everything that is required. And whatever eventually then happens is for your best. So a lot of people, when they are in, sad situations or difficult situations, they say, oh, how is this best for me? But after 5 years, 4 years, when they become more wiser, of course, not many people become wise and not many people become mature. Certain people, they cross the age of 70, 60, 80, even 50s, they don't mature at all. And there are certain people who are so young, they could be in there, as I keep saying that I talk to people who are very young. They are probably teenagers also, but they are so mature, so wise. Sometimes they say the wisest things even about the ascension journey. And I feel like, wow, how did they become so wise? How do they know this? So it has got nothing to do with the amount of years you have spent on planet Earth. It's when the moment of epiphany happens. When do you get, because everyone on this planet, whether it's a king, whether it's a queen, whether it's a pauper, whether whosoever it is, every person without fail has to go through pain. That is the scheme of planet Earth. So nobody is any different in this. If I say that my degree of pain is more than your degree of pain, that would be wrong, because maybe I don't understand what is your degree of pain. Some of the people have this superiority complex about themselves. I have more experience of life, or I have witnessed more pain. Maybe you're talking about your pain a lot more than what others are doing. Others are probably silently going through it, not sharing it, and you're just sharing it with everyone, or you're just feeling the pain is too much for you. So you want some kind of a relief. Even that is a type of escapism. Sometimes we overshare, or sometimes we are not that mature, so we don't know who to share with and who not to share with. So even that you learn with time, who to share with, who not to share with. And also with time you will learn not to feel superior about your own experience, about your own pain, that my pain is the biggest, everybody else is less. So my experience is the best. So I'm just pointing these things out as, it would be really helpful for someone who's probably going through these feelings. Because when you have not surrendered yet, when you surrender, you will never talk like this. It's only when you have not surrendered, it's only when you don't let go, it's only when you're not independent. Independent people are those who make everything by themselves. Everything is theirs. And they still know that I'm going to be leaving all this behind me. None of this is permanent. None of this is something that I'll take with me. So as long as I'm on planet Earth, I don't want to live on other people's money. Even if it's my family, even if it's my husband for that matter. There are some wives who are very independent. And that's what the husband wants to do even more for them. And I'm not saying that you all should start working if you're not. It's beautiful to be a mother. It's beautiful to be a housemaker. But somehow they have this independent streak about them. It's almost like they don't need anybody's aid. They're very confident. And that's the reason why the husband is sort of a team for them. So they will also handle a lot of his stress, his work stress. When he comes back home troubled, they will also take care of him. So they act as a team. They'll take care of the children. The students, as in the children would be very good students. The children would be very well kept. The house would be very well kept. All of those things. So there's always a thin line between being wise, not between, being wise. Yeah, between being wise to pretending to be wise. Okay? People who pretend to be wise, they do not show it off. Now, these are the things that you learn when you are in the surrender process. Because when you will surrender, you'll also have to surrender that part of you that is somehow connected to the meanings that people make from being good or bad. The societal tags, the societal justifications, the societal validations, the need to talk to some human entities. And I don't mean stop talking to people, I mean sharing your pain. With time, you'll realize that sharing your pain with people is futile. You should share all your pain with the source, talk to the source. But at the same time, when you start learning how to share your pain, you'll also be very good at listening to other people. You'll have less expectations from other people. You'll be meeting people who could be in pain. You'll not get very sympathized also. You'll understand that it is a part of their journey. But you will say some things to them. You'll say certain words to them that will uplift them. Why? Because the divine feminine, now let's understand this part where the mirroring of divine masculine and feminine is going on. Because the divine feminine for a long time does not find anyone who can actually give her any relief. She feels that why is no one able to understand me? That's why she's scared to let go. She's scared to let go of the divine masculine because she feels that if I let go of him, if I move on from him, from his thoughts, then that means I'm giving up on him. That means I don't want him anymore. That's the type of message universe will get. That's because you always say law of attraction works. When whatever thoughts you have, they manifest. Yes. But at the same time, law of attraction also works on the principle of letting go. Because there are some people who are consciously manifesting. But there are some people who don't consciously manifest. They just live in awareness and observe things. So they are more relaxed because they don't have the pressure of manifesting anything. They're like, yeah, whatever way my life is right now, let me fully live it. Let me fully enjoy it. Let me do what I'm supposed to do right now. Observe, and later on I'll see what's happening, what's not happening, what's done. So they don't consciously manifest, but they live in a belief system that I have surrendered to the source and the source will take care of everything. So when a negative thought comes, when it feels like they may not be able to manifest something, they don't fight with that thought. They don't give it any attention. They go like, yeah, okay. Same as with the divine masculine. The divine feminine thinks, okay, it will work out. Whenever a negative thought hits her, she says, yeah, it will work out. It's okay. I don't know where he is. I don't know what he's doing. He must be good, but I am good for sure right now. So you have to be good on your own. You have to be independent. You have to learn the techniques of feeling good about who you are without the support of the divine masculine's validations in the form of his thoughts, his, all the memories you have, even that feeling that, I am his truest lover. I love him the most. So those things will go away once the feminine starts to completely give herself to the source. Now, what is happening on the other side? Something that I'm sure you all want to know. And so she basically says that I'm afraid to let go. Okay. She's even contemplated many dark things, like many dark and lame things, like things that only cowards can do and things only those people do who think that there's nowhere to go. So they feel like, okay, I should end my life. So now she's looking at herself and she's thinking that, why do I feel so sad? So let me first address that she is feeling sad about letting go. She is feeling as if those energies are very heavy energies where she thinks that she's giving up on the masculine. On the other side, the masculine, after she has given up. So I'm going to talk about what happens after she has given up, after she has moved on, after she has surrendered fully to the source. And this is not that giving up that I give up on him completely. No. She feels that he's not around any which way. He needs his time and space or whatever he's doing. In the meantime, I cannot be this miserable person chasing his thoughts, miserable person who's depending on his thoughts, his validation. Like, I'm going to be happy when he comes back to me. I'm going to be happy when he messages me. I'm going to be so thrilled when he calls me, blah, blah, blah. She doesn't think all of that. She thinks that I am happy no matter what. Now, when she is living like this, when she lives like this, because this would not happen in one day. This happens over a period of time with practice, with support, with proper guidance. It's also like any other skill. So if you have to learn cooking or driving or swimming, it's a skill, right, which you have to develop over a period of time. That's exactly how focused attention also is. When you start to live in the present moment, when you start to enjoy your life, and when you start to let go of something that's not even wanting to be with you. It's not like he's happy around you or he wants to be with you or he's coming to your doorstep and you are having difficulty. We will come to that stage later also. That will happen too, but not right now. Everything happens step by step. So if you want things to happen step by step, then you have to learn to surrender. You have to learn to let go of your attachments. So now all of this is over. Now on a different place, on a different timeline, the divine masculine is sitting and he's thinking about her. And he's thinking that she took my heart, man. She took my heart. She took it away. And look at me now. After all this time, I'm still thinking about her and I'm feeling lonely. And he is also saying that after she left me, I was heartbroken many times. But it's nothing in comparison to the pain that she gave me. It's nothing in comparison to the way my heart weeps for her even now. So many times I went to her. So many times I ran away from her. So many times I found her again. So many times I felt I lost her again. He's actually saying being in love is a torture. And he is he is also saying that he is so happy. He is really happy when she is there in his life. And he gets very sad when she's not there. But you must be thinking, yeah, right, if he was so sad, then why did he treat me like this? Or if he was so sad, if he was missing me so much, why didn't he pick up the phone? Because you're not aware about the timelines and how it works in the opposite polarity. The world of opposite polarity is very different to what you think. Opposite polarity simply means that he is going to be thinking all of this. All of these things will come to him as realizations. They will not come to him directly like boom, no. They will come to him when she has completely detached herself from him and there is no energetic chasing. And he thinks on the other side that, because he gets the time, he gets the space, and he also gets practical experiences to compare. And then because he's his wiser self, so he also goes back to past experiences and compares. And then he says that, oh my God, I don't want to let her go. Oh shit, I did let her go. I was the one who let her go. Now you see the opposite polarity. So on this note, I'm going to be ending this channeling session over here. Of course, he is afraid to let her go, but for him it works differently. And when she was afraid to let it go, she should let it go. She should just surrender to the source. And now he wants to surrender to her. He wants to go up to her. He wants to tell her, or he's thinking right now, he's contemplating in his mind, in his head, that I must go and sort things out with her. But he's also thinking, is it really gonna happen? Is it really possible? So he has that fear of letting go. I'll see you in another video, audio message. Till then, keep smiling and one love and peace out.